is my first published piano.
We're definitely a Gemini band.
So my name is Lady Gaga. So I guess in Italian that would be Signorina Gaga.
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Manhattan, and I just moved out here. I'm a singer, but I'm also a songwriter for other artists.
It's a moral quality, like the performance starts and it ends, and everything that happens can only be experienced in like one moment, you know? Whereas a film, you're capturing it and then you're reliving it.
Yeah.
But live performance, it's like always organic and it ends.
He would say, "You're so Gaga." And one day I said, "You mean like the Queen record?" And he goes, "Yeah, you're like Freddie Mercury." It's a different age now in music. And I just don't believe that whether you're doing pop or you're doing rock and roll or folk music or rap, I don't believe that there's any other way to do it than from the bottom up. So you have to write records, and you have to record them yourself, and you have to play every venue you can get your hands on, and you have to fail. But you have to live and breathe your art, and if you don't, you won't get anywhere. And I got here by working very hard, and that's what the fame is really about. Is about an inner sense of fame that you have in yourself. It's not about being a celebrity or being famous because, you know, you're related to somebody important. It's about something from inside. It's about luminosity.
Inspired by New York, because that's where I'm from, and street fashion and the culture. I just love it, and I realized I am New York, and my music is New York.
It's so funny, people say, is it all about the music with you? Because, you know, it's so much about the fashion, it's so much about the live show, it's so much about the glamour and the concepts. And it isn't just about the music, and it won't ever be. I want it to be about the work. I want it to always be about how much I rehearsed for that show, and how much I thought about that record, and how much I live and breathe and dress, and you will never catch me at the coffee shop in my pajamas because I sleep like this.
But I used to make a lot more of my own stuff when I was living in New York. I used to go to M&J Trimmings and buy like every disco mirror that they had in the whole place, and I'd be
Fame that's based only on an intrinsic spirit. My friends and I in New York used to wear tight pants that cost $5 and do our makeup and make art together and throw parties. We created our own fame. The fame that I experience today has nothing to do with the fame on the album. My album is a reckoning with fame culture and pop culture. So, reckoning the way that I learned about it in school and in college, in art school, was that it's a struggle with an idea. It's not really positing one thing or another about fame. It's more arguing about it endlessly for 13 songs. I moved out when I was 18 and I got a bunch of jobs, and it was just me and my piano and my dreams. And I desperately wanted to be a star ever since I was a little girl. And my obsession with fame culture and my friends' obsession with fame culture is something that fascinated me. There's something about fame that is taught to us, that it's somehow validation, when in truth, that's not the case at all. So that's what this album is about. I have a vision. I have an endless muse-like vision of monsters and playgirls. So I marinate in this vision, and I'm making my new work. You see, what I'm best at is my pop cultural performance art quality. I know what's coming next. I've got that intuition. You see, if I was a guy and I was sitting here with a cigarette in my hand, grabbing my crotch and talking about how I make music because I love fast cars and fucking girls, you'd call me a rock star. But when I do it in my music and in my videos, because I'm a female, because I make pop music, you are judgmental, and you say that it is distracting. I'm just a rock star. Every bit of me is devoted to love and art, and
I aspire to try to be a teacher to my young fans who feel just like I felt when I was younger. I want to liberate them. I want to free them of their fears and make them feel that they can create their own space in the world.
There was one thing that I always talk about in my show that some people might not want me to talk about, but I think it's very relevant to your generation, and it's that it's very important that we all band together to legalize gay marriage. So my apologies, but not really. Let's kill Prop 8.
If you are not honorable enough to fight without prejudice, go home. If you are not capable of keeping your oath to the armed forces to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to do the same. Unless there's a gay soldier in my unit, then go home. Repeal, don't ask, don't tell, or go home.
They say that this country is free, and they say that this country is equal, but it is not equal if it's sometimes. Obama, I know that you're listening. Are you listening?
The androgyny of the woman is this kind of fascinating thing that nobody understands or wants to understand unless you're in the beautiful subculture that is my fans and also the gay community. They get it instantly. But then when I left school, I loved that I was a misfit. And I met all kinds of people. I realized I had a whole group of new friends that I could raise my freak flag with.
Just in case any of you are wondering if I ever lip sync during my performances, the answer is no. I don't lip sync one word of my show. I never have, and I never will. And you will never watch me in an arena or on TV or outside anywhere and pay money or watch me for free to watch the bitch lick her way through a set. My show, pop music is the real shit.
Do you like my show? If you don't, I don't care. 'Cause you can fucking leave.
Shock art, pop cultural commentary pieces that, like the VMA performance, for me, that was a commentary about Princess Diana and about being a martyr to fame and how she touched my life and my mother's life when I was so young. So one of my favorite things he said is, artists make things that people don't need. And I was in Paris and I saw this painting that looked nothing like a Warhol. And I started to cry. I was just staring at this painting thinking, why don't you look like a Warhol? And he made it when he was, like 23, which was my age. And I said, I feel like that painting. I feel like I have not yet defined my aesthetic. So I'm just beginning. Now I'm in my silkscreen period. We're going to do the prayer that we do before the show. We always, at the end of the prayer, say Joanne all together because that was my father's sister who died when she was very young, and I believe that she's on stage with us every night.
I love my fans so much. All my little monsters watching, thank you. And it's such a dream come true to be here tonight. And tonight, little monsters, we're the cool kids at the party. If I won this tonight, I'd announce the name of my new record. It's called Born This Way. How beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
For me, the gay community has been the most loyal and wonderful support of not only my career, but as friends to me my entire life.
gonna be brave for you. Tonight, I want you to free yourself. I want you to let go of all of your insecurities and all of your anxieties about who you are. I want you to reject anyone or anything that's ever made you feel like you didn't belong, or you didn't fit in, or you were not good enough, or not great enough, or you couldn't sing well enough, or you weren't thin enough, or pretty enough, or you couldn't dance well enough, or play well enough. You remember that you're a superstar and you were born that way. Take this feeling with you and don't leave loving me more. Leave loving yourself.
It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from or how much money you've got in your pocket. You have your own destiny and your own life ahead of you.
I just gotta pick my shit up. I gotta pick myself up. And I have to tell myself I'm a superstar every morning so that I can get through this day and be for my fans what they need for me to be. But sometimes I still feel like people are trying to destroy me. I cannot be destroyed, and I will not be destroyed, and you will never destroy the kingdom that is my fans.
And I ask governments with you worldwide to facilitate our dream of equality. Help us stand together peacefully. Please do not divide us. I am aware and respectful of religious histories and books. I am compassionate towards young people and families who sacredly honor their lineage. But I am asking the world simply, acknowledge the change. Today and every day, we fight for freedom. We fight for justice. We beckon for compassion, understanding, and above all, we want full equality now!
I was 18 telling everyone around me, I'm gonna be a superstar, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever, she's an egomaniac, and then, haha. I really appreciate how you guys have been so supportive, just waiting outside the hotel and all the lovely notes that you've been sending me. It really, really means the world to me. I have the best fans in the whole world. Thank you for trusting me, and thank you for growing with me, and thank you for supporting my artistic vision and always letting me be myself. I will always fight to the death for you to be yourself. My hair was my glory. It was the only thing that I could change about myself in school because we wore uniforms. And in the song I say, I'm as free as my hair. I hope I die living just as free as my hair. I wrote this record about how your identity is really all you've got when you're in school, you know. It's called hair. So tonight, Jamie, I know you're up there looking at us, and you're not a victim. You're a lesson to all of us. So tonight, I know it's a bit of a downer, but sometimes the right thing's more important than the music, isn't it? Let's do this one for Jamie. You are never trapped in anything. Liberate yourself through love and music and art, religion, passion. You can always liberate yourself. You can always be reborn in this lifetime. Reborn over and over again. If you don't have any shadows, you're not standing in the light.
Because when she gets on that stage, she holds nothing back. That spotlight, that big, round, deep spotlight follows her wherever she goes. Sometimes I think it follows her home. I know it does. I gotta get in there.
It's safety, skills, and opportunity.
SSO.
SSO. Number one, I want everyone to feel safe in their community. School,
home, whatever city you live in. 2, developing the skills that are needed to be a loving, accepting, and tolerant person, and to also inject that sentiment into all the people around you, being a supportive human being. And the 3rd is opportunity. I believe once you feel safe in your environment and you acquire the skills to be a loving and accepting person, the opportunities for you are endless to become a great functioning human in society.
It's a hallway with wooden doors. The first door is open, that's that album. You walk down, there's another door, that's the next album, and then there's one more door, and it's coming up, right? And I'm banging on the walls, and I'm looking for hammers. I'm trying to figure out where the machine guns are. I'm looking for, I just want to get to that freaking door. Right?
Yeah, but you know it's there.
I know it's there, but can I open it?
Came out with my music, everybody was like, who the fuck's that chick? Who's the fuck the chick in all the leather with the weird hair? And she sings like a robot. They were talking so much shit, right? But you know what? No matter what anybody said about me, I was like, I know who the fuck I am, and I'm from New York, and this is how we dress.
There is really nothing in the world could shake the earth so much to keep me away from you. So if any of you felt sad this past year, or you had a rough time at home because of things that happen here, just know that it gets better every day, and I will always fly across any sea to be with you.
Really think for a moment, how much do you really love yourself? Do you really give yourself enough credit? Are you too hard on yourself sometimes, or maybe you're not hard enough? Maybe you could work harder. Take just a second to reflect on all of the things you've been through, all of the challenges, whether they be personal or with work, your dreams. Take this one moment to recognize how truly valuable you are. In this completely secular, non-religious moment, look out into this sea of people. You're here all together tonight to rejoice. Pick one thing about yourself that you truly love, one thing, and rejoice with me right now.
Because I was never interested in being famous and not use my voice to promote change and to breed compassion to the critical mass. That is, for me, if you have the critical mass in your hands and to speak to, and you don't use your voice in a positive way, and you choose to use your voice for ego or for vanity or for things that people don't genuinely, truly need. What people need is peace.
I was 19 years old, and when I was in high school, everybody made fun of me, and all my friends used to go, "Ugh, why is she always singing? She's so annoying. She's always performing, and she always wants to be on stage. That girl always walks around like she has a big giant spotlight around."
But at the end of the day, we're in a new place in society now, aren't we? Aren't we in a new place? Can't I believe in being born this way? Can't I be gay and not have to slice you? So,
What I'm trying to tell you is that you really mean a lot to me, and what you represent now is much more important than my music. It's much more important than me. It's much more important than anything I could ever have dreamed of, because you are a force that is its own. Thank you for teaching me the true meaning of kindness. Thank you for teaching me what it means to be brave. But more importantly, thank you for reminding me how easy it is to change the world.
My LGBT friends and fans always said to me, I knew
Lady Gaga when? Well, look who the star is now. Now I get to say that I knew you when. Now I get to say I knew you when you suffered, when you felt unequal, when you felt there was nothing to look forward to. I knew you then, and I knew you when, but I really know you now. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Yes. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare bursting in air to the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled flag